Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all the core gamers out there. CAJ Man 777 here, welcoming you back to the finale of Monster Hunter Double Cross. Off camera, I did all the urgent quests we need to do in order to unlock our final mission today, which is our one-on-one showdown with the one and only Jet Dragon, Valstrax. I'll be getting to explain Valstrax's fight as we get into it, but for all intents and purposes, what you need to know before we go into this fight is this. He is not weak to Dragon. He is weak to every other element, much like Narcarcus in the multiplayer in the high rank version, but he's not weak to Dragon. For that reason, I've actually brought a Dragon weapon today, just so I can help explain this mission a little bit better for you, explain Valstrax's moveset and everything like that. Also, before we even continue, I probably, maybe, just maybe, should restock. I don't really need hot drinks, but, you know, I'm just going to restock anyway. And we're going to change our Hunter art as well today. So we're going to go Valor, but we're not going to use Devouring Demon. We're going to go mono-a-mono, Longsword, Valor against Valstrax. So without further ado, let's talk to the Y-Venturer, and this is it. This is the finale. I'm super excited to be bringing this episode to you guys. It is all led up to this. This is the finale of Monster Hunter Double Cross. So let's get started. Welcome back, Hunter. Thanks to the materials you got us, we've been able to improve both the Sanatorium and the lab. Now we can fly all the way up to where Valstrax is waiting. It's finally time to have the Sanatorium complete its grand debut mission. We'll be keeping an eye out on you from up here. We won't blink for a second, I promise you that. I've registered an urgent quest. Please take it and come back safe. And you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take this urgent quest for Valstrax and come back safe. But, of course, not before we get our hearty meal that we need to really go against Valstrax. So I'm actually going to go for Attack Up Large today. And we're going to go with Feline Polisher. A little bit of speed sharpening. I don't necessarily need it, but, you know, it never hurts. And because this is the last episode, we'll play the food cutscene. One more time. One more time. You gotta enjoy the cutscene and the chowdown of cheese fondue and meat. Alright, what a powerful flavor. Feline Polisher has been activated. Alright. Ahoy there, Hunter. Looks like it's finally time. The urgent quest we've been waiting for is finally here. It's time to fight Valstrax. If you ever find yourself ready to give up, if you want to stop for a moment, look up into the sky, because that's where we are. Your friends, your companions, and a little farther afield, the people waiting for you back home. Basically, I just want you to know that you're not alone in this, okay? We'll get through this together. I mean, obviously, you're the one fighting it mono-a-mono. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we'll all be cheering you on from the sidelines. And then we can all have a huge party and raise the roof. Hopefully, she doesn't raise the roof too much. She feels like the kind of person, she has too much energy, like me. It's not a bad thing, though. I don't think I've ever shown you my secret party trick, have I? Well, we'll see. That's something, have I? We'll see. That's something for you to look forward to. Well then, see you soon, I guess. And just so you know, if you do kick the bucket, we'll totally erect a statue of you. Whoops, I'll stop yakking and let you on the quest. All right, guys, this is it. Beware the Comet of Disaster, also known as the Silver Sky Comet, Valstrax. Now, Valstrax has his own theme. And I will be playing that theme right from the get-go, right from the start of this hunt. So I'm actually going to be quiet for a little bit and let you guys just listen to the theme as we get into the hunt, because it is so good. You guys just need to listen to it. But anyways, here we go. We'll get a cutscene, and then from there, it's the final fight. Alright, so now that you guys have gotten a little taste of Valstrax's theme, first off, what do you think of it? It is absolutely amazing. So right, getting right into the fight with Valstrax. Valstrax is a jet-powered dragon, powered by dragon energy that is in the center of the Ruined Pinnacle. You can actually see it pulsing through those rocks. He absorbs this dragon energy through a gland on his chest that essentially acts like lungs, allowing him to breathe in the dragon energy and use it for his own purposes. His wings, of course, are the jet turbines for this, and that is what causes all the energy to be expelled through his wings and, of course, through his enraged form. Now, Valstrax has plenty of moves at his disposal, from rocket-propelled dashes to 180 spike spins. He also has this, which didn't come after me, but that is the Sky Comet, which, first off, creates a sonic boom on his landing. It is also his most powerful move in his arsenal. If you get hit by it, you are taking a lot of damage, so be very aware of where you are in the arena, especially who Valstrax is targeting. Now, Valstrax has multiple functions with his wings, as you can see from the beginning of the fight a little bit. He can switch his wings forward to use them as lances, but he can reverse them like hands to not only slam you, but fire machine gun-like dragon shots at you. It's actually rather interesting, and I really like the concept of a monster that has, like, rotatable wings. It's almost like he's a mix of a plane and a helicopter, which is absolutely incredible. As I already stated, his weakness, of course, is going to be every element but dragon, as he uses the dragon energy to attack you. And aside from that, you're going to want to aim for his head and chest section specifically. A lot of monsters have the head and chest very weak. This Valstrax is no exception to this rule and is also very weak in the head and chest. Breakable parts on the Valstrax will include both of his wings, his head twice, and his chest, and, well, not really his chest, but both of his forearms, and you can also sever Valstrax's tail. Now, while Valstrax can use a lot of its moves as a gun, it does have some very powerful moves in its arsenal. A 180 jumping dragon infliction is one of the strongest moves in Valstrax's arsenal that you also have to watch out for. Valstrax also has this possible move where Valstrax will start absorbing energy into his chest, in which case you want to wail on him as much as possible during this time. If you manage to do enough damage while he's sucking in energy, the energy backfires on him and he explodes, allowing for a free knockdown for free damage. Just keep the pressure on Valstrax as you fight him, and always try and be up close if you can. Valstrax does not do super well from fighting far away. He does have moves like that he will use to intentionally get away from you, but you can see that his lance-like wings have a lot of range. His weapons in particular are some of the most interesting in the Monster Hunter franchise, as they are only red sharpness, which is the lowest sharpness you can have, and white sharpness, which is the second highest sharpness level you can have. Now, I do personally really love Valstrax, the theme, and everything about this monster, and I could go on a really long time about why I think this monster is perfect in every way, but we're not going to do that, and instead we're just going to continue to fight the Valstrax right now. I'm going to go for my Unhinged Spirit. Oh, unfortunately. Oh, I did get it off, though, so that helps. I'm probably stunned here. Sorry. No, dude, cat, don't hit me, please. We gotta focus on the rage form right now of Valstrax. Definitely want to knock Valstrax out of rage form as soon as you can. Now, I am playing a little careless, taking a lot of damage, but like I said, I don't necessarily have to care. This is G-rank armor. Now, you guys will have to be a lot more careful in this fight. You guys will probably be healing a lot more than I will, but just be well aware of where Valstrax is in the arena at all times, and you should be okay as long as you keep your healing up. Flinching Valstrax, not too big of a problem either. I'm actually going to heal here just for safety. Because, you know, it's the final battle. You don't want to die on the final battle. No one, I don't think anyone wants to faint in that final battle. You lose out on that sweet reward money, as we've already got Valstrax limping here, and Valstrax is going to take off. Where are you going? Where are you going? I mean, there's only one way you can run. You're already limping, Valstrax. I mean, it's only been 5 minutes, man. I only went for an attack boost large meal. Anyways, you do get some mining opportunities up here, guys, but you can see the dragon energy there. You can also see the dragon energy surrounding me. That's because all of Valstrax's energy-based attacks with gunfire or slams. They do inflict Dragon Blight, which obviously removes your element from your weapon, with the exception of Dragon, which is very weird. Now, it's very strange that Valstrax decided to leave the top of this area, because Valstrax normally doesn't do that. That is where Valstrax actually sleeps, on the top of the Ruined Pinnacle in this mountain. So I'm very surprised that Valstrax opted to go down. We will catch up to Valstrax, though. We might actually be able to see that supersonic attack one more time as well. My favorite thing about that attack is that it actually distorts the audio of Valstrax's theme when it uses the attack. It's a little more powerful in G rank, and it also has some pretty nasty combination moves in G rank. And I'll explain a little bit about G rank if I haven't already on my streams. I'll explain a bit more about G rank after we're done here, because G rank is the end game of the end game. Just because you beat the single player does not mean you beat the multiplayer. Now, we've beaten the multiplayer already. As you can see, I'm geared up, and I really want to finish this series. Where did you go? Valstrax. You can't run from me. I guarantee you Valstrax left the area, and then is going back up top to limp and sleep and recover some health. That's probably what's happening. And I'm not going to let it happen. So we're going to climb back up the mountain. We went all the way down, probably just to chase Valstrax all the way back up. And you know what? That happens from time to time. I was actually wailing on Valstrax a lot. I was doing a lot more damage than I thought, honestly. But the Lao Shan Longsword is just extremely powerful. It's probably one of the better longswords in the game. And I don't think I've maxed it out yet. I don't think I've maxed this one out. I need like one more upgrade. And then I've maxed it out. Alright, Valstrax, come on, buddy. He's got it. There's no way. He's definitely back up on the top. If not, I mean, we can chill out and wait for Valstrax. Maybe have a party. Luckily, I don't actually have to climb this mountain. Can you imagine having to climb this mountain back up? No, we can just teleport. Which is amazing. And you are back up here. I knew it. See? I chased you all the way down the mountain just so I could chase you all the way back up the mountain. We might actually go. I might actually go for Valstrax's tail here just for lulz. But Valstrax will probably die prior to that. So, we'll see. Maybe we'll see the Sonic Boom. Valstrax also has a 180 stab with the wing. I probably forgot to mention, as you can see there. Valstrax can stop and turn that on a moment's notice. So, do be aware if you're standing behind it, you are not safe. Entirely. Valstrax does have some moves to cover pretty much every distance in its arsenal. Let's see. Come on. One more Sonic Boom, Valstrax. One more Sonic Boom. Let's do it. Do it for the crowd. Do it before I kill you, please. Do it. Do it. No, that... Do it. That's not the Sonic Boom, Valstrax. Oh, you're not gonna... You don't want to do it, do you? That's a dang shame. I would love for you to do it right now. Oh, I think that's... I think we just sealed the deal right here. I think Valstrax is going down. I don't think Valstrax lives this. One more Sonic Boom, Valstrax. Come on. I know you want to do it. Wow, you really actually don't want to do it. You don't want to give the fans what they want. That's okay. The thing really sounds like a jet engine too, doesn't it? I'm going to carve it because I want his parts, because Valstrax has some really good armor and gear. I'm sure you guys have seen it if you guys have tuned into any of our G-Rank streams a little bit, but Valstrax's armor is pretty ridiculous, and so are the weapons. But anyways, with Valstrax defeated, guys, that is the end. That is the end of Monster Hunter Double Cross. Now, I do have a couple things to explain as, you know, we go through the cutscenes and everything, and I will explain those after all these cutscenes. But that's it. That is pretty much every monster in the main game that you can fight, that is not counting the final boss or special monsters online. Now, as I said, once you're done with the main storyline, you're not actually done with this game. There is this thing that some of you know, some of you might not know, called G-Rank. It is essentially, take all the monsters you just fought in low rank and high rank, add a secret final boss to G-Rank, and then give the monsters more combination attacks, more damage, and cooler looking armor with better stats. It's very cool, and it's definitely the end-all, end game. And you get to fight some of the most classic monsters of the Monster Hunter series. Lao Shan Lung is one of them. White Fatalis you get to fight. Everyone loves White Fatalis. I want to pick up all of his parts, because I don't actually have, like, any Valstrax parts, and I need them to, like, make gear. But there's a lot of things you can do in G rank, and it's definitely something to check out at the end of the game. And you can do that by going to the multiplayer hub from the Soratorium once you beat the low rank multiplayer missions, which compared to Monster Hunter World, the multiplayer is not shared with the single player, as they are two different stories. But that, I think that makes this game a bit more interesting, having two different stories. The cat got a carapace. Are these good or are these bad? They're bad. They're all bad. I sell them. And that is it. New titles were added to the guild card. Jet Diver has been added to the gallery. Save your game progress. Not yet. Not quite yet. We'll get there. But not yet. Yeah. Hunter! You've done it. You've done it. I'll admit, it looked a bit touch and go for a while, but you managed to beat all odds and win. Touch and go? Are you comparing me to a high rank hunter? I mean, do you see this armor? Do you know what it they don't know what it comes from. Chasing down and defeating Valstrax, this will most certainly go down as one of the Y-Academy's finest moments. It seems we've already have official orders to keep traveling across the land, researching and handling new monsters. Hunter, I hope you'll stick around as part of our crew. It wouldn't be the same without you. Right! Let's go! Party time. Of course, it wouldn't be a Monster Hunter game without a very anime-esque ending. And, I mean, it's classic Monster Hunter. Every Monster Hunter game ends like this, and I'm not even mad. It is, keep in mind, this series is extremely popular in Japan, so this is, like, this is, to anybody in Japan who plays the series, or anybody who's followed the Monster Hunter series for a long time, this is absolute fan service. Now, I do not know the lyrics to what they're saying, but it's always usually something about your journey and what you've overcome, which is really cool. And, you know, Monster Hunter is a game about, you know, playing with your friends, having a good time, hunting some really cool looking monsters, and just, it's all about the grind. And I love games like this. I know it's not a game series for everybody, but it's one of my favorite game series of all time. Metroid's another one of my favorite game series of all time. I'm sure you guys have seen that, as we've done the things as well for the channel. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this series, and I will explain a bit more about endgame stuff after this little cutscene. But until then, guys, I will see you in probably like 2 minutes. Enjoy this little cutscene. I'm not gonna lie, this little thing is very cute, and it's like a puppeteer thing, and I like that it's being told in like by the felines, for the felines, I'm gonna guess, because Monster Hunter has a thing with cats. If you guys couldn't tell, but I think it's really cute. But anyways, because I can't skip this, unfortunately. Let me describe to you guys essentially what G rank is. So, as I already stated, G rank, you have more powerful monsters, more powerful armor, and it's a more powerful story, and you get more powerful elements to the game. It is the end-all, be-all of the game, and you definitely want to do it with friends. G rank is definitely not something to solo. While you can do it, it is definitely best played with friends. Now, you can access it, like I said, from the Sanatorium, or you can access it via the menu in this game. And this game still has quite a big community, for those who don't know. This game is still very much played on the Switch by a lot of people online. So, don't feel free, or don't feel hesitant, I should say, to ask others who might have the game for help. It is a long game, it is an expansive game, and having friends along for the ride is definitely the better thing, especially because you and your friends can team up and maybe achieve multiple goals together, which you guys want to do. And as I said as well, you also get to do some very, very powerful, upgrades for your weapons and everything. And with that, that's it. G rank is the end all be all. And that's where you get all the cool gear that I've been wearing the past few episodes and stuff like that. So feel free to give that a look if you guys already haven't. But other than that, guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for sticking with this series for so long. It hurts me to wrap this series up, but all good things must come to an end at times, and Monster Hunter is no different. The game has an ending. While you can grind yourself to HR 99, in terms of story stuff, we're done. And I am so happy I got to share this experience with you guys, and I want to thank you guys for all the support you've given me for this series, even if this series hasn't been the most popular series on the channel. But without further ado, guys, before I go, I do have to give a special thanks to our donators over there on Patreon. MickeyPhorGens, MaddiLeigh, Thomas, Color Craze, and Drix for their continued support to the channel. Thank you guys so much for following me with this series. And of course, until next time, this is CAJ Man 777 signing off. Stay safe, everybody.